ready? Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Rise and shine. It was snow out here yesterday and time's gone by. That's what we're having this conversation this morning. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint. Staying fit, staying happy, and staying ready. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. You know what I'm saying? And this morning's motivation, we're getting into it, how the days go by. And literally yesterday there was snow on the ground, it was freezing, and now I can just jump out here in my goddamn underwear and make it happen. This is the morning motivation. I'm Mark Saint. This is Saint's Addiction, and I'm blessed to get a beat alive every morning. Days go by, and not everybody's promised their lives. You know what I mean? And this is why I'm having this conversation this morning. IDFA, I don't fuck around. Getting my Saints Addiction shorts on. Made these a long time ago. We're gonna go smoke the herbatry this morning, and in my head, I'm having full-on conversations since the morning. Since the morning, I'm in my head going like, wow, bro, life has gone by fast. And talk to somebody else, I'm about to be 45, 44, and we're like, where did the time go? We don't even look like we're 40, do we? Yes, no. You know what I mean? And it's like, maybe we're aging better, but for sure the time is gone. And for sure, not everybody's going to live while the time is here. And this is kind of the impetus as I talk about it now, how to make it even more so later. And this is the conversation that I was having with her on the phone, but also in my mind with all of my other friends. It's like, look, I'm telling you I love you now because I don't know when I'm ever going to see you again. I travel way too much to not hug a friend or to say what they mean to me, and to know that all this time will just go away eventually. And then all that emotionality and all that bullshit that I was doing around, I don't fuck around, will end up being gone. It's just gone. All those moments, they're gone. And it's like, why didn't I focus so much on this moment? It's because usually we're distracted. And I got to have this conversation with people. It's like, if you're distracted, don't be surprised that life isn't reacted. Don't be surprised that your life hasn't initiated because you didn't do the thing that you thought you were going to do, and you ended up just saying, it's just another day. Well, days add up. It's almost like a debit. You know what I mean? You're like, it's just another bill. It's just another subscription. It's just another bullshit situation. It's like, yeah, treat it that way, and that's exactly what it'll be. Let's put some hoodies on because everybody can see. Hold on. Let me do this thing. Yeah, this thing does whatever it wants to do this morning. But yeah, I'm like, fuck, it's a little bit more nipply than I thought when I was first naked going out there, but that's all right. We're going to put on hoodies. No, we're going to put on jackets. Don't worry, I've been showing up the 3D printed hoodie. People like it. It's lenticular. It has movement. There's multiple designs. This one right here, player. This one right here says, put the wool jacket on, because there is somewhere in here, maybe in this pocket, nope, maybe in this pocket, there it is, it was in the hoodie. Hey, let's go every day. So yeah, rising and shining this morning. I got 11 days to my birthday. And I can't think of how many days I went from this stage, baby stage, you know what I mean, to now full-on grown-ass man stage with condos and shit around the world. And it's crazy, but it's also linear. It's circular. It's part of the plan. And that's what this all happened. I finally see someone else in my situation. Part of the plan is the growth. Part of the plan is the cycle. Part of the plan is not staying where I am. And I know that might shock most people, but I like to shock my life. I like to put it in situations that I'm shocked I could even make it out of. And this is why I'm having this conversation, because the time will go by regardless if you're paying attention to it or not. You're on a clock. And just like I was watching T.I. last night when he first got his big break before he started rapping, he was trapping trapping, rolling on the bike, trying to deliver the weed. And by the time, what was it, LaFace called him, he was like, who wants weed at this record store? You know, he had no idea that he was getting called for an audition or for a return or for more situations to happen for him. He was trapping. He was on a clock. He has first baby on the way. He became on the clock. He's got 9 months, got to stack every day, get up early and make it fucking happen. So this is where we become what we want to become. This is where we define our time. This is where you decide what's going to happen with your life. It's the now. It's the power of the now. It's not later. This isn't a now and later. This isn't a fucking piece of candy, bro. This is literally your life, and it's so important that we are alive and that we witness our lives. We don't just let it go by and just see it like a river. We get in it and river raft with it. You know, this is what I'm trying to encourage people to do. Bless up with me. Let's smoke. And that's all it is. An impetus to not just let time slip through our hands like sand, but to be a harvester of castles. And yet, even though you know the castle's not going to last forever, you still collect shit. I was having a conversation with my friend, and it's like, all your shit will be gone to the fucking Salvation Army, to the Goodwill, yeah, and given. Have you ever been? We were there. This was about 2-3 years ago, but I went through in Finland. There's so many old people, and people die. All the things that you love and hold dear are now worthless. I couldn't believe every grandma's china set, there's 30 of them. You want glasses? They could be your favorite glasses. That's for your grandpa. They're in a pair with other people. It's almost like the Holocaust. It's like, look at all of these wedding rings. This is crazy. And look at all these teeth. Even worse. And you think that you're going to take it with you? I got news for you. Even Tutankhamun couldn't be buried with his gold, bro. They'll find you. And your favorite shirt, not your favorite shirt anymore. Your favorite pair of jeans, they're going on somebody else. And everything that you hold or loved or didn't even count on is gone. All you have is the now. And this little thing, why am I doing what I'm doing now? This is going to define everything. It's what it is, or it's what you make it. And that's why I say make it happen, Captain, because this day isn't promised. Shit, I could die today. Hell, I'm not even promised to make it to 45. And I'm just telling you, people die, and not everybody lives. And that's my favorite quote from Braveheart, but that's what it is. To see your life in stages that you developed is a fucking trip to me. I literally had my bestie call me, I'm going to be 40. I'm trying to hold on my years. Holding on the years. Do. She got a birthday on shirt from Amazon instead of me. But whatever. And there she is turning 40. Trying to hold on to her 30s. And she didn't even think she was going to make it that far. Here you are. And now you've arrived. Have you done anything to improve your life? Have you traveled? Did you get that passport yet? Are you ever going to go? And this is what it is. If you don't hit go now, then you will never go. And we hit ourselves on the pause button. We hold ourselves in our fucking patterns, and we blame others because our lives didn't happen. My friends, well, you got discretionary income. I'm like, I built this business. You were around when I built it. 15 years in this fucking game. 20 years almost damn near since I've been trying. I've been trying since I was 15 years old. So that's actually 30 years of hard work. And I sit here and I go, damn. I really did the damn thing. I really do own a business. I really am the CEO of Intersect.ai. We really will make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. We're going to sell this bitch for $100 million. And then what? I'm going to do the same things I've been doing because I'm developing my life. It's not like I'm going to go make a bunch of money and then it's like, okay, I arrived. Here I am, 45. And I'm sitting here and going, damn, dude, I got this life. Like my friend Aki sat here and said, you're here now. And it's such a slow process. Have you ever remember Aesop's Fables? Anybody remember Aesop's Fables? It's a Greek analogy for your life, and they talk about this crow in the pitcher. And the pitcher of water, I can grab a pitcher of water, but he couldn't get a drink of water. So this smart crow would go grab pebbles and put them in there and slowly rise the level of water so he can drink. How many of us are going to willing to go do the work and keep dropping pebbles so that way we can have a higher level? Just wondering. How many people go to the gym once and expect six-pack abs? Just saying. And it doesn't work that way, bro. It simply does not work that way. You have to work it that way. And most people don't want to work. They want their lives to just happen for them. And I'm like, what pebbles every day did you place in this picture called your life for the level to rise? How do you get yourself to realize that life is right there in front of you and you need to take advantage of it? You can't just say, how do I feel today? No, how do I want to feel today? What do I want to do with the day? The sun is out and the snow is gone. I'm going to go outside. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. And this is what I'm saying to people, that impetus of change, to embrace and drive change and say, you know what? My hands are freezing. Let me go back inside. And say, you know what? This is my new level, that I want to rise and shine, that I want to be alive when the shine is happening. Rise up. I woke up this morning and I'm like, this is so comfy. It's such a soft bed. It's got this like foam mattress and it lifts up. It's electric. It's got this little remote control. And I'm sitting in this fancy ass apartment in Finland going like, wow, bro, less than a month ago, I was homeless in the streets of Las Vegas and nobody gave a shit, bro. People pretend like they care, but they really don't. And this is why we're having this conversation, is like, if you don't give a fuck, right? Like when people tell me I don't care. Yeah, if you don't care, I don't care, right? You know what I mean? Like the moment you don't give as much effort to your life is the moment that your life goes by. And days will go by. Days go by and still I think of you. Boom, 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 boom. Anybody remember the Dave Chappelle episode where the girl's nipple popped out with that song and he looked down? You're my boy, Blue. So yeah, that's what we do. We watch these days go by and then we don't do anything to make them improve. We don't sit there for 15 minutes a day watching your boy what's his name? Your boy Gary Vee talking about all these days and spending that 15 minutes a day to perfect something or to work on a new skill, learning about AI or learning about coding or learning a different language. They were walking around talking about Kobe Bryant like was on a different level. He's like, how did I know? Well, Dwayne Wade was like, man, I had to hold the camera for him and I didn't mind. You know, we went into China and it blew the fuck up, especially with the Beijing Olympics. He was a fucking extreme superstar. And he's like, that's how I knew what level I was on. Because Kobe was getting all the attention and I was just like a bag handler at that point. And it was just like so funny. Dwayne Wade showed the star of Kobe Bryant and he burned so bright and now he's not even on this planet. You know, it's just so trippy to say that would he have done all that hard work, Kobe Bryant, his whole life? But that was a promise he made. He said he was going to work this hard every day. And I don't know many that people that are that competitive or can do that. He said, good game. You had a good game. In the third quarter, he's like, man, there's still a fourth quarter. We're up by 12. Then he turned on the afterburners and burnt them for 50 points. This is the type of work I'm talking about. How did he do it? Well, shit, he was in the gym every fucking day, hitting at least, what did he say, 500 to 1,000 shots every fucking day? If you were committed to something every fucking day, be tremendous the amount of piles of pebbles that would be in that picture, right? Here's a picture right here I wanted to show, but here's a picture. And if I raise it up, this one has rice in it, you know, but pebbles, rice, whatever you want, it will rise up. Your life will rise to the occasion that you give it. And that's the thing that most people don't want to do. They don't want to give it their all. So they leave it in the hands of maybe the Netflix, or they leave it in the hands of their boss, or they leave it in the hands of some job. And I'm here to tell you, they will let you die. They will roll your dead body over on the assembly line and put somebody else in there, or even a robot. So it's like, if your life is to matter, make your life matter. You know, I've had a couple friends said that, like, especially these younger guys, I just want my life to matter. Well, do things that matter. If you're doing things that don't do anything at all, they were like, even Gary Vee was like, you're doing videos and you're mad because you're only getting 7 views and you're in it for the wrong purpose. I've been stacking videos every day and now they're getting repurposed. The work has already been done. I just have to add a little bit more thumbnails and some love from my guys in India and pay my people for the system to become a social media poster. And next thing I know, all that hard work just starts getting recirculated, reverberated, and reshared to the world. And I was just like, wow, you don't know what people are going to watch. Mm-hmm. Even now, my video from South Korean prison, when I started YouTube, is 10 years later, 11 years later, is getting blown up for some guy. The fuck's this guy's name? Johnny Sins or something? That's the porn star. Something Johnny Skims, something like that, is going to South Korean jail, some influencer, and it's re-blown up my video from 10 years ago. So people with drama queen minds want to know what it's like in South Korean prison. They're watching my videos to see what's going to happen to this influencer. I've literally had over 1,000 comments of people just saying entitled American and you're so stupid. And I'm like, bro, that was over almost fucking 2011, bro. That was almost over 15 years ago. And now South Korea has a medical marijuana program. And you're talking to me like you've never made a mistake. And it was only 3 grams. So, for people that are smuggling 2 kilos on their thighs and they're in prison with me at the same time, we're not living the same life. This person was actually trying to be a smuggler. My friend was just mailing me 3 grams so I could smoke in South Korea. We are not the same. And that's just what it is. We are not living our lives at the same rate or the same intensity. And we're wondering why it's passing us by. It's like, what seeds did you plant, man? What fucking pebbles did you put in your pitcher to make the fucking water rise? For you to rise to the occasion. Everybody says rise to the occasion. It's like, get up. Got to get up. You know what I mean? Get my soul up. And even in the morning, to get my soul up and talk to my soul before I talk to my phone, or touch the sunshine with my eyes before the blue lights of a gadget, or to make myself get out of a comfortable place when I got plenty of snacks and it's all warm and it's cold outside, because we want to live. And just like I said yesterday, or it was 2 days ago, thrive over survive. We want to thrive in our lives. We want to see the growth not just happen in our wrinkles on our faces or by how many children we've had. I told my friend, isn't this what it is? These kids, we kind of still look the same. When you get about that 30, 40, 50, kind of just a slow, gradual process. But man, when kids are growing, it's a tremendous thing. I've seen my buddies' friends, they're driving cars now. I remember when these were just children, bro. They were little kids in diapers jumping on me, now drive cars, bro. Do you not see the transformation? Can you not see the time development? And I gotta be honest, it's pretty slick. I thought, being honest, I thought it was gonna be like a lottery, bro. I thought as soon as I won, boom, baby, boom. You know what I mean? It was gonna be like, oh, I won the mega bucks. I got $1 million. Like I felt it was gonna go down like that, almost like a gambler. We want our peaks to be like that, like cocaine, gambling, and winning. But I'm telling you, it's more subtle than that. And you got to get to the king of subtle, subtle compliments, subtle wins, subtle growth, and I even watched one guy go up to a tree, big ass tree that fell. And he's like, this is my whole lifespan. He counted out the rings. That was 30 years. And the thing was taller than him. I thought, how many human beings have been past this tree? How many lives has it outlived? At least 30, right? And we think we're so important on this planet. And it was just like, yeah, there goes you. There goes another motherfucker and another motherfucker. And then I just watched another one with the girl. The guy's like, oh, I don't think she's seeing anyone else. And she's got like a full-on map. She's like Monday through Friday. And she's got a time schedule. And then she flipped the map and it was the whole earth. And she had all these little boy toys that she had all over the world. And the guy that was saying, she's like, yeah, John, last place. And it was so funny that she had a whole map mapped out with like about 40 dudes. And I was just like, God damn, dude, But that's us, right? Get on the map. Map it out. Because all of us are hollering at a bunch of different people. And all of us are doing something differently. And this is what it's going to have to be. So, when we are developing our lives, or we are developing, or we are growing as people, and the days go by, these are the times where it's like, okay, let me clock in. Let me clock into my life and say, this is what I want out of you, and this is what I want out of my soul, right? This is what I want out of my head and into my reality, and then to live it. I couldn't believe it. My friend's like, you're here. And I'm just like, wow. And I still got money in my pocket, and I can go downstairs and buy snacks. And even if it's in euros, afford it and live this life in calm, peace, and clean. And I'm just like, wow, bro, this is what I mean to travel the world. And like, I want to be in Montreal, and I want to be in Italy. I got invited to Italy for this summer with my friends. I thought I was going to go to Turkey. He's like, why you never visit all these times in Europe? Why you never visit me in Italy? I'm like, you never invited me. He's like, here's the peak times. And guess what? My buddy, who was an investor, just bought some apartments. So guess what? Where I'll be staying? Hey, investment city. So it's like, maybe I'm going to go to Italy for the summer. What a story to tell. And because my life has been riddled with a lot of drama, it's the spice of life. I remember distinctly writing my paper of poetry in my 10th grade class. I kind of had a crush on this little petite, short, blonde chick. Maybe that's where my taste for those kind of women came from. But when I had a crush on my teacher, and I actually thought I could hit it, that teacher ended up saying variety is the spice of life. And that really hit at home. Like, who wants to eat the same breakfast cereal every morning? And some people are like robots. I think was it Voltaire? No, it was one of these guys, and he did everything the same since he was like 40 years old. He ate everything the same on the same time and tried to find the perfect life and draft this into a document. I forget his name, but we wish we were that robotic. But we're not robots. That's not what we are. We are these emotional creatures that have days, and some days are good days and some days are bad days. But who's to even weigh these things out? Who's to even say good egg, bad egg, like in the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? It's not a good day, bad day. It's another day. And we should be blessed to say day one or one day. Is it going to be the first day that you make the commitment, say, I'm always going to work this hard like Kobe Bryant, or one day in the future, I'm going to get my fucking passport and travel like you, Mark? I hear it all. And I just keep telling them, grow a pair, bro. Grow some balls. And my buddy's like, fuck you, man. And I was like, no, you're fucking yourself. You're fucking yourself by losing your attitude, your composure, right? You're fucking yourself by not taking any chances. And now you're sitting in front of me talking about being a corporate stooge when I offered you a position in Intersect.ai, and you're like, how's it going? How's the print industry going? Question mark. What the fuck are you asking, bro? Because the boat has already left. And you had a ticket to get on it. So whether you're fucking Jack or you're fucking Archer, Astor was the other rich guy that went down on the Titanic. Both of them died, but did both of them live? You know what I mean? Like, you're all going down one day. We all are going to be a bunch of shit and a goodwill. But did we enjoy those days? Did we develop those days? Did we plant seeds to grow trees so we can be under the shade? And now I'm sitting under the shade and I'm paid. And I'm trying to get laid. So it's one of those. It's just like, wow, man. I said I wanted to travel this world and be able to afford it. And now it's in front of me, and I have to adore it. With the lumps and the bumps and all, warts and all, it's developed in front of me. And that's what I really started to key in. High key alert, and we're gonna go get high again. But high key alert was just like, whoa, 45. Shit. That happened quickly. I remember being 15 trying hard, and now I'm 45 and I'm looking at this with a laptop that's launching businesses, and that we're sending over 100 emails every day, that my phone's blown up. I guess we've grown over 41% since last. I'll show you. 41% since last time I started it. Yeah, right here it says this. 198 interactions on my, what is it going to pop up, or there it is. Yeah. Print in an hour, 600 interactions. Shit, if you can see it, 600 interactions. Recently, this last month, was another 198 reactions. So from March, I've improved 70% or so. So Google's trying to tell me, but it's incremental. I don't sit there every day and go, put a little penny to it. You know what I mean? I think it's like a swear jar. You walk by it and you just go, okay, put a little money in it, and that's going to be okay. And then we got all of these things. Here we go. Roken Vapes, mention Saints Addiction for 15% on their website, sponsored by them. Cartridges sold separately. Saints Addiction carts. Get yours while you can. I make them. And yeah, you're going to have to hit me on the Telegram for these, but what a tasty fucking fresh dab every morning. So good. Life is good. Right now, but sometimes it's not. And I take them all. The lumps, the prisons, the journey. It has developed me. And only because of those things did I do what I did. You know, I remember I forget who's the basketball player, and they were like, "Why'd you do that move?" It's like the defense made me do it, you know? Life made me do it. Why are you in Finland? Life made me do it. I got kicked out of my apartment. I'm here a month early. I was going to travel regardless. And I put some money down. I thought I was going to have to tough it out for the next 6 months in Las Vegas. And now my friends are sitting in 90-degree weather. And I'm over here holding on to the sunshine for 5 degrees of it. You know what I mean? I'll take whatever sunshine I can get. You know what I mean? They're all out there on the fucking... on the bikes on Wednesday night, enjoying a good ride in tank tops and shit. And I'm just like, fuck, I'm putting on layers of clothes to stay warm over here, bro. Yeesh. You know, so hey, it all happens for a reason. You don't want to know it. I didn't want it to happen for me. I didn't want to lose babies. I didn't want to lose love, you know, and I definitely don't want to lose life. So here we are, right here at the impetus of our lives to say, what am I going to do with this day? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And that's what I did. I said I was gonna start this company. It was my biggest wish. All I wanted to do was own a business. And now all I want to do is have a family. Now I want to do is live my life. And this is where it comes down to it. You have an opportunity. Hey, man, I love what you're doing. Thanks, Mr. Anime. That's a cool little name. Don't forget to fucking hit the like, share, subscribe button. Let's blow this up. We're going to do new thumbnails. Keep traveling the world. Keep inspiring people. My life inspires me to get invitations to Italy. Let me hit some big paychecks. I keep telling them, next big paycheck, we're going to get that. Next big paycheck, we're going to get that. And keep stacking and keep putting the pebbles inside my pitcher so I can get further. That's the carrot. Dangling in front of us. We all have something where it's a must. I must have my cigarette. I must have my sex. I must have my sugar. We seem to find a way. But when it comes to adventure, we sure find a way to hide away. And Pila Pica, it's a hideout. You're hiding from your life instead of jumping into it. And I'm over here in the morning motivation like, boom, baby, boom. I don't fuck around. You shouldn't either. You should be grabbing your life by the balls and shaking it. Shaking it like a crazy monkey till some fruit falls out. Shake those trees. See what pops out. Climb them if you have to. Get these higher fruits. Don't go for this lower level shit. There's another level inside you, and I think that's the one that we're afraid to see. We are afraid to see just how powerful we can be. And that is today's morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, you already know. Like, share, and subscribe below. This is what I do. I reach, preach, and teach every day, and I live it through my life, and this is my life. I'm here for it. Spring has sprung, and it's time for some summer action. Peace and love. And as always, Chigaton. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. The other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be and that's where I am. I am that I am. I'm saying Chigathon from Finland. Yo. Dope. I think they took down the fucking Finland flag. Why would they do that? Anyway, Chigathon, I'll see you on the other side.